Thank you for selecting your use case and getting a first look at Duality. This demo will take you through a short demo scenario, but feel free to skip ahead or click on the Try Now link to provision your own sandbox trial. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Ori at Duality, and today we will be reviewing how Duality can be used in order to prevent fraud. Let's get started. Currently, financial institutions are unable to accurately detect fraudulent transactions or banking items. This is largely due to data privacy concerns, and as a result, there are a large number of false positive alerts to investigate. Our goal is to prevent and detect fraud in an accurate and efficient way without violating data localization or data privacy laws. This will help analyze the risk associated with an applicant based on collective intelligence. This also allows us to use entity resolution without ever revealing any PII. Before we run some queries, let's take a look at the hub query flow. Let's say we've received a fraudulent alert on Jeffrey Anderson, and we would like to check if Jeffrey Anderson is also recorded as a victim of fraud at the other financial institutions. We will send out this query with Jeffrey Anderson being the encrypted predicate. This is how it's going to go. Acme, our investigator, will create and encrypt its query. Then it will be sent over to the hub where it will be distributed to the other institutions. We can see over here the results of the other financial institutions. For data owner 2, Jeffrey Anderson is not a victim of fraud, but for data owner 3, he is. While these queries were running, the predicate remained encrypted, so the other financial institutions do not know what entity we were looking at. The results are then sent back into the hub where they are aggregated and sent back to be decrypted for Acme to see. With the aggregation of the results, we can now see that Jeffrey Anderson has been recorded as a victim of fraud at one or both of the financial institutions. By collaborating with the banks, we now have additional information on Jeffrey Anderson, and this helps us realize if the fraudulent alert was real or a false positive. Let's take a look at how the project looks through our UI. In front of me, we can see my fraud prevention project all set up and configured. I'm currently logged in as the hub and can see all of the other participants in this project, the 3 other financial institutions. We have our hidden participants mode enabled, meaning that once I log in to Acme, who will be our investigator, I will not be able to see the other participants in this collaboration. Let's jump over to Acme and get started by running some sessions. I've now logged into Acme, as we can see on the left bottom hand side, and we can get started by running some queries. First of all, I have to select my predefined query. I'll begin by running the query, is the person recorded as a victim of fraud at your bank? And we'll give the session its name. Once that's done, we can scroll down and insert our encrypted predicate. In our case, that's Jeffrey Anderson. Once we're done and everything is set up and configured, we can start our session and click confirm. While that's running, let's take a look at how the session looks through Hub or any other of the financial institutions in this project. I've now logged back into the Hub, and as we can see over here, the session details remain encrypted. We can see the build of the query itself, but our entity remains encrypted, meaning that none of the other participants in our collaboration know who I was searching for when running this query. I'm now logged back into Acme. Let's take a look at our session results. As we know, Jeffrey Anderson had already received a fraud alert, but our session results are back in, and we can now see that the other financial institutions had also flagged him as a victim of fraud. Once we've completed the session, let's take a look at 2 other sessions that I had previously run and what they hold. The session is phone change date. What I had run is Jeffrey Anderson's phone number as the encrypted predicate, and my results are his phone number update, when his phone number was last updated. Along with this session, I'd also run my 3rd session, which had email associated with address. We checked Jeffrey Anderson's address and his email. As we can see, these 2 were not associated together. Together with all the information we've gathered, we can now get a better understanding of who Jeffrey Anderson is and what the status is with all of his personal information with the other financial institutions. By using Duality and collaborating with the other participants of this project, we can get a much better understanding of who Jeffrey Anderson is, and now we can understand if the fraud alert was real or if it was just a false alarm. The Duality way. By using Duality, we can use privacy-enhancing technologies to link encrypted data and perform analysis without ever decrypting the PII. We gain the ability to cross-check an entity against multiple financial institutions, and we can prevent financial and reputational damage to customers and financial institutions. Thank you for taking the time for this quick glimpse of some of the ways the financial services industry is using the Duality platform today. For a more customized demo experience or to jump straight into our trial,